This is Our People podcast, telling the stories behind South Tyneside and Sunderland NHS Foundation Trust.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Our People podcast. This episode focuses on our Staff Recognition Awards. I'm Fiona Thompson, I'm one of the Trust Communications Officer, and I'm very pleased to be joined by our Chief Executive, Ken Bremner, MBE. Welcome.
Welcome.
This is being recorded in the lead up to our Staff Recognition night, so it's still to come, and it will be the first event of its kind for our Trust. So Ken, would you like to start us off by saying what has come before it and what can people expect from the evening?
Well, as you highlighted yourself, Fiona, this is the first time we've held an event since 2019. And of course, it's the first event we've held as a combined trust between Sunderland and South Tyneside. Previously, both those individual organisations had their own award evenings, and I was lucky enough to attend just one at South Tyneside, but clearly several at Sunderland, and they're a fantastic evening, and we were very keen to get that re-established in the new South Tyneside and Sunderland Foundation Trust.
Very good. And we also had to put it on hold because of the pandemic, didn't we?
We did, unfortunately, like a lot of things. And I suppose thinking about where we are in the pandemic, and we still have COVID cases in our organisation today, so it's not completely gone away, but we certainly felt we were sufficiently far through that now to start to think about getting this event resurrected again for 2023.
Very good. And we've got 9 awards to present, and so they have been put forward by our colleagues. And then in addition to that, we've also got our Governor's Award. And so the governors sit on that judging panel and they choose from one person or a team for that special award. And then you also have your very own award, and we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
And the night's going to be held at the Beacon of Light, isn't it?
It is.
And we're going to have a nice dinner and listen to some live music after.
We are indeed. And it's a much bigger event now, of course, this year than we had previously. We'll have probably approaching about 400 staff attending. So we needed a bigger venue. The previous venues we've used, so the Beacon of Light stepped in to help us with that, and I'm sure it'll be a fantastic evening.
Great. And this is because we thank our staff in lots of different ways, but why is this specific event important?
Well, I do think it's particularly important at this time that we get an opportunity of thanking people for some of the efforts that they put in, sometimes some quite extraordinary efforts, I have to say, in some very challenging circumstances. So I think this year's awards, on the back of the pandemic, are going to be a particularly pertinent evening. Enjoyable, but pertinent. But it's giving us the opportunity of showcasing a lot of the fantastic things that both individuals do and, of course, our teams do across the full spectrum of our organisation. So it doesn't matter whether you work in back of office, front of house, a hospital service, a community service, and everything in between. And I'm sure I've missed some out there. It's an opportunity for everybody to be put forward and to be recognised if they are honoured enough to receive an award in this evening.
Brilliant. And now we're going to run through the award titles so that we know what's coming.
Yep.
So do you want to start us off with the first award and then we'll take it in turns?
I will, and all these awards, I should say, carry equal weight. None are more important than others, including my own, I should add, at the start. And maybe I should also equally emphasise that I have not been involved in any shape or form in any of the judging panels. That's run completely independent of me, so I will be as surprised as everybody else on the evening, apart from clearly my own award.
Big secret.
Big secret. We'll come to that later. Right, Care and Compassion is the first award this year, and we have 6 people nominated or shortlisted. They are Anne-Marie Luke, who is a staff nurse in intensive care. We have Callum McLean, a healthcare assistant. We have Claire McClellan, an IBD nurse specialist. We have Deb Smith, who's our lead liver specialist nurse. Lucy Baggett, Senior Clinical Fellow for Paediatric Neurodisability, and Tracy McMahon, Acting Unit Manager in the Niall Quinn Centre.
And then we also have the Clinical Community Team of the Year Award, and shortlisted for this are the Community Dermatology Team, the District Nursing Team, the Haven Court Team, the Interface Falls Team, and then we move on to the Customer Services Award. Okay,
for Customer Services, again we have 6 nominations. We have David Johnson, an Administrative Assistant. We have Deborah Hepburn, Operational Support Lead and Admin Manager. Elsama Samuel, a Theatre Team Manager. leader, Janice Wilkinson, a Directorate Manager Support, Michael Stobbs, a Food Services Assistant, and the Patient Experience Team.
And we also have the Clinical Acute Team of the Year Award, and shortlisted for this are the Clinical Site Management Team, the Emergency Department Team, which is both for South Tyneside and Sunderland Royal Hospital, the Neurophysiology Team, and the Respiratory Medicine Multidisciplinary Team, Ward 7 and A54 teams. I'll just check to make sure that's all the nominees for that award.
Next up is the Research Award, and we have three shortlisted individuals or teams for this. They are the Critical Care Research Team, Jane Billings, one of our matron, and the Obstetrics and Gynecology Team.
And in the Non-Clinical Team of the Year Award, the shortlist are Choice Procurement, Communications and Engagement Team, Global Digital Exemplar Implementation Team, the NMAP Workforce and Practice Education Team.
And the Innovation Award, three shortlisted for this one. Jonathan Trattles, who is the Blood Transfusion Practitioner, Sunderland Integrated MSK Team, and the Workforce Development and Education Team.
So in our Leadership Award, we have a shortlist which includes Emily Cameron, who is our Neonatal Unit Manager, Emma Brotherston, who is the Sister Charge Nurse on the Same Day Emergency Case Unit, Deborah Young, who is our Head of Neurophysiology, Joanne Falconer, who is a Ward Manager, and Karen Davies, who is Clinical Team Manager.
And lastly, we have our Outstanding Contribution Award, and we have four shortlisted for this award. They are Alex Cairns, a Trainee Advanced Clinical Practitioner, Kath McWarney, an Associate Specialist in Emergency Medicine, Marie Ferrish, a Ward Clerk, and the Thrive Team.
And the Thrive Team look after or provide the mental health support for our colleagues. And now we've also mentioned the Chief Executive Award. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this and why it's important to you?
I do. This is the one award that isn't selected by a panel. It's selected by myself. And as you can imagine, with 8,500 people, it's really difficult to identify either an individual or a team amongst the fantastic things that people are doing in our organisation. It's not something I dream up on the spur of a moment. I do think about it throughout the course of the whole year. I am reasonably observant. I, as you know, sign off all the excellence letters that go out to members of staff in our organisation. I sign those personally, I read them all, and that also starts to build up a picture for me in the course of a year about who's being recognised for what. Sometimes an individual or a team comes through numerous times in those excellence reports. Again, that can help me come to a decision about who might be the best recipient for that award this year. I also lean on my own experiences and some of the feedback I get from other members of staff, but also members of the public as well. It's a difficult thing to do, but this year's winner or winners, because it could be either, clearly, demonstrate, I think, work that's very consistent with the aims and values of us as an organisation, and try, sometimes in very difficult circumstances, to deliver true excellence in health.
Well, we're now going to go and see who the winners are.
Deb Smith, Lead Liver Specialist Nurse, Care and Compassion.
Well, the Care and Compassion Award. So, what does this award mean to you?
I'm in shock. It's an absolute honour to even be nominated.
So my name's Susan Hammond. I work as a community staff nurse for the Community Integrated North team. We've won the award for the best team, and we're really, really excited.
So your Clinical Community Team of the Year?
We are, yes.
Fantastic. And how will your wider team react to you winning this award?
I think they'll all be absolutely buzzing.
I think they'll be proud of us.
It's been a really, but to be said, in a way I'm not surprised because the girls are all amazing.
Yeah.
They really are. You couldn't ask for a better team of girls.
Thank you very much. I'll take that. Wonderful. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
We're the Patient Experience Team, and we've won the Customer Service Award.
And how do you hope the work that you do makes a difference?
I think patient experience is at the heart of everything we do. I think carer, think patients, and look after those at the centre of our care, and we'll get it right.
And how did the team react when you won your award?
Ecstatic.
Over the moon.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
So
So my name's Paula, and we have
one from Team ED.
So you represent South Tyneside District Hospital and Sunderland Royal Hospital?
Yes.
So what would you like to say on behalf of your team?
I think we are all amazing and we've done a fantastic job, and I'm so pleased that we've won, and thanks to everybody else who's helped support us to make it possible for us to win.
And when your name was read out, what did you feel?
Excited.
Elated. And valued.
Yes. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's been a lot of hard work over the last couple of years, and I think it's well done to the teams who've brought this forward. Yeah.
So you represent a huge number of people as well, don't you? So you're here representing them and flying the flag for ED.
Yeah, it's a great adult and peds.
Yeah. It's a great team, and so proud to be part of it.
So my name is Tony Roster and this is Lindsay Woods. We're part of the ICCU research team and we've won the Research Award.
And so how do you feel research is helping what you do, and what is your work focused on?
So we have sort of a wide portfolio of studies, from advanced treatment studies to pragmatic clinical trials and observational studies, that we've managed to embed in critical care only with the help of our clinical team. So it's only through their support that we're able to win this award tonight.
And how will your wider team react to the news that you've won the award tonight?
I think they'll feel very much part of receiving the award, and it's really through their support that we've been able to achieve what we have done over the last few years.
Hi, I'm Drew Wilson. I'm the Procurement Operational Manager for Choice Procurement Services, and we just won the Non-Clinical Team of the Year award.
So what went through your mind when you heard the team's name read out?
Quite surprised with regards to that. Shocked. I thought it's excellent. Thank you very much for everyone that give us the award. I really appreciate it.
You had some tough competition.
We have, but I think we've all had challenges over the past few years, especially with COVID, and I think the team's done an absolutely fantastic job to keep the trust safe running clinically and also maintaining patient care as well. So thank you very much. It's been an absolute challenge and we really appreciate it.
And when message gets back to the rest of the team, how do you think they're going to feel?
I think they'll be quite pleased. I think there'll be a few sore heads tomorrow as well.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Dr. Glenn Ray, Consultant in Sports Medicine and Clinical Lead for Sunderland IMS Service.
I'm Jill Clark, I'm one of the extended scope practitioners and I've been project manager for the Move With Me Innovation.
And what award have you won?
The Innovation Award.
Innovation Award. So how do you help your service? How do you hope your service helps others?
To be honest, the online platform, which is Move With Me, which you can get from sunderlandims.co.uk, is exactly that. It's a resource for patients, but also a resource for other clinicians to use. So anyone that needs any musculoskeletal physiotherapy, exercise therapy, it's all online, so it can be used worldwide, to be perfectly honest.
And the good thing is you've already recorded a podcast about your service, which is fantastic. And so when you go back and tell the team that they've won as well, how will they feel?
I think they'll be over the moon. I think it's nice to be recognised for the service that we are. We produce a fantastic work that's done with the clinicians and the management within the team. So I think we'll be very proud and very pleased. But there's a lot more to come from it, to be fair.
Brilliant. That's wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy the evening.
Thank you.
Emma Brotherston, I'm the sister on same-day emergency care, and I've won the Leadership Award.
Fantastic. How did you feel when you heard your name being read out?
Overwhelmed, shocked. I just didn't think it would be me.
Fantastic. And how will you feel? How will the rest of your team feel when you go back and tell them all about this?
Oh, I think they'll be over the moon, absolutely amazed that I've won it, because it was definitely a team effort.
Brilliant. And because it's a nomination that comes from your peers and your colleagues as well, so that must be lovely to hear.
Oh, like I say, I'm overwhelmed and I'm just astonished that I was nominated, let alone that I've won it.
Well, congratulations and enjoy the rest of your night.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
My name is Deborah Young. I'm Head of Neurophysiology and I've just won the Governor's Award and I'm absolutely thrilled. So thank you.
So this must have been a big surprise to you, because this is a bit of a surprise for everybody. It's the governors who decide, so it's shrouded in the secret for all of us. So how did you feel when you heard your name being read
I
out?
wasn't expecting it, so I was absolutely flabbergasted and thrilled. So
Yes. And so tell us a little bit more about what your role is with us. What do you do?
So I run the neurophysiology department, so we test the brain, we do tests on the brain and the nervous system. So we're a really small specialty, but we're quite a mighty specialty, so might be small, but we do a lot of work in the trust. So
what will your colleagues make of it when they find out about this award?
They're absolutely thrilled, I'm sure. This is to them as well. They all deserve it. Absolutely.
I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much. You were
Thank you.
well done. Thank you.
So, good evening. My name is Catherine Matwani. I'm an associate specialist in emergency medicine. I work in the emergency department, and I'm delighted to have been given the Outstanding Contribution Award this evening.
Fantastic. So, a big surprise to you?
Yeah.
And how do you think it'll make you feel your day-to-day work, knowing that you've picked up this award? Because I know you work as part of a huge team and you all work really well together.
Absolutely, and I feel incredibly privileged to work as part of Team ED. Absolutely, and for me this just literally is for every single person that I work with, for all of them, because I'm a very tiny cog in a very big wheel, and I'm very proud to be part of that.
Wonderful, that's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, well deserved, Kath. Thank you.
Clinical Site Manager team, and we've won the Chief Executives Award. Yay!
Fantastic. And so, how did you feel when because this award's a big surprise for everybody? Didn't know who was going to be nominated.
No, I couldn't believe it.
It's Bremner, our Chief Executive.
Shocked and emotional.
Yes. I felt sick.
But a big cheer went up in the room and everybody realised it was your table because he gave us lots of clues. So how did it feel to be up there on the stage and to know that
absolutely amazing.
It just means so much.
Very emotional. Wasn't expecting. You just don't think it's going to happen to you.
I think it's just the recognition, isn't it, that we worked. And it's seen that people value what we do.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about what you do to help our hospitals run.
We make sure all our patients get into bed safely as quick as we can, and manage the site, any issues that occur in terms of any incidents or any help that the wards need. We're the first port of call, so we deal with all of that, which can be very varied, as I've seen.
And it's been a really busy few years for everybody, but I know it's been especially tough for you.
Absolutely.
How does it feel to be announced as this winner at the first ever grand
It's
award?
very emotional. It's
No,
like,
really
can't believe
amazing.
it. It's
Humbling, to be
amazing
honest,
because
yeah.
everybody deserves
Everybody
it.
deserves
Everybody
it.
deserves it. But for us, we're just a small team, which
small but
you
mighty.
just think, there's bigger
And
teams than us.
a lot of
and
it's behind the
everybody
scenes,
very
isn't it?
deserves
A lot of people don't
And
see
they
what
work
we
with other
do.
teams,
So
don't
it's,
see what we do.
And we can't do our job without a huge team around us. That support is what we're trying to do to get our patients in the hospital safely and take care of them. Absolutely,
We're the only
absolutely.
ones that see the hospital as a whole, that have our eye on every ward in the hospital and not just one directorate.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your really happy.
Oh, we will.
It's
made me do.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of our People podcast. We hope you enjoyed it and check out our other stories. Hit subscribe to keep up with the latest and catch up with what we've been up to on our Twitter, Facebook and Instagram pages. Just search for our name.